everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Strain After Show here on the THESTREAMtv Fan Show Network. My eye is super red tonight. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that right now because I know somebody will ask me about it later. The truth is, I was real life strained, you guys, and my lovely co-hosts here, they pulled the worm out of my eye, but it's still healing a little bit. So I'm gonna.
There's a picture of what happened right behind us.
Yeah, that's actually me. My producers happened to get a really good picture of it, so. You know, it's been a little traumatic, but
put it on Insta.
Gonna tweet it later. You know, selfie Sunday. Hashtag #TheStrainAS. Hello. Anyways, my name is Sinead DeFries, and I'm gonna introduce you to my heroic co-hosts over here on my left.
First heroic co-host. I'm Stephanie Gray, guys. You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Stephanie L. Gray. The end.
Yes. Johnny is the one who stepped up to the plate first and pulled the worm out.
Good job, Johnny.
Johnny, please tell the world who you are.
Yeah, the most masculine person on this panel.
Of course.
It's me, Johnny McGovern. You can find me at Gay Pimp, and I won't try to strain you. I wanted to reach into your shot earlier when you said got strained and be like, but I didn't want to be inappropriate.
Well,
so I
mean, I can't really see anything,
it.
you guys. I'm just kind of guessing where the cameras are tonight, so it's cool. And it's our favorite ginger over here. She's been named the fave ginger online, and we all agree.
Yeah.
Stop, they're making me blush. They're making me blush.
Wearing red.
Oh,
yeah.
Trying to pull off red tonight, guys. Thank you. By the way, Annie Graton over here. Also can find me on Insta and Twitter at Annie_Graton. That's all I'll say.
Wow.
I love the way that you say your last name. It's so hot.
It's French.
It's really hot. All right, anyways, okay, so we're ready to talk about tonight's episode. Lots happened, but I felt like it was a really good episode in terms of like clarity, organization. I mean, that sounds really lame to talk about.
Oh, I like that vocab.
But it is. It's true that tonight's episode was super organized. The events were really like focused. I felt like I got it. You know, I couldn't really see the TV obviously because I was too busy getting strained. But yeah, it was good. Good stuff.
Stuff like happened in this episode.
Yeah.
We had like an outbreak. We had people learn about it. I feel like, excuse my French, shit hit the fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like how the vamps are actually taking it to the street. You know what I mean?
Taking it to the street.
Yeah, you know.
I love this. What other cliches can we go?
Sorry, I can't help myself sometimes.
Well, it's sort of like, let's get soaking wet, vampies. They all want to get in there.
Yeah.
We started off the episode in a great, spooky, fucking dark way. In old Icor's blood-suck chamber.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Where he picked a sexy gent, fed him water and Gatorade and Twinkies.
Yeah.
And then just had to wait to get slid up into his old throat-sucking chamber.
I mean, it was like this happened a couple episodes ago too when Icor's had his whole transformation. We loved it. So I feel like just from the beginning, us seeing him walk down the hallway as his vampire self was immediately exciting.
With his silk rich lady pajamas on.
Pajamas.
Because Miss Icor, I believe, in the past, might have enjoyed the company of a gentleman.
Obviously.
To suck more than its blood.
But I love that it was like as humans use a plate to eat their food, he was like, well, let me serve you to myself on a nice, what are you, like a neck hanging
Yeah, 50 Shades of Red.
So wait,
thought 50 Shades of Grey.
Stephanie said 50 Shades of Grey. I said, and Annie said Saw, because that's what
Saw
reminded me
right
of
away,
torture. But I mean, I guess it's a little bit of both.
50 Shades of Saw.
50
That's
Shades
right.
of Saw. 50 Shades of Saw. But honestly, really quick before we move on, because I like what you said about you thinking that maybe he enjoyed male company before. So is your gaydar screaming that Icor might be into
Icor seems
dude vamps?
like a persnickety gentleman of a certain age. The age being 5,000 years old.
Okay. Wait, and also, did you notice like his padded torture chamber was like beautiful?
Oh, it's a designer torture chamber.
That's because
like I don't think like any regular vamp would care that much.
That's because he's a persnickety.
Persy,
like a little persy.
Yeah,
I really like that word, persnickety. I mean, it seems like such a positive, like cute word, and Icor's is obviously not that cute. But you're right. I mean, I didn't think that, but he is kind of like really
Well, he loves
Especially
to
in that
put on his
scene.
makeup
Yeah.
every morning and put on his fake ears and loves to dress up to go eat at the gentleman
Right.
in the room.
He does.
Right.
He has to, and he said you have to last me for a while. And I wonder, if anyone out there knows who this guy is, like tweet to us.
Or
you know,
double symbolism there.
Right.
You have to
Yeah.
last me as a meal and also last me in the bedroom.
Right.
Oh, he doesn't have
okay.
genitals though, so.
Oh my God, great point.
Well, yeah,
That's my.
I mean, we don't know. I mean, maybe vampires do something else to get it on, you know? Maybe they have some sort of...
No, they reproduce with the worms, guys.
That's what they do.
They don't care.
Sex via
Once
worms.
they become vampy, they don't care about nothing. It's not like the gay ones go suck it from the butt or anything. No, once you go vamp, you're vamp.
You're vamp.
I got it.
The only way we can tell you're
vamp.
gay is by your blood drinking robe.
Sucking from,
Oh gosh.
sucking from the...
I'm
I'm so immature, sucking from the butt. I loved it, you guys. Anyway, so obviously you know what it was like for us backstage because we loved that first scene, clearly.
Yeah, that was good.
All right, and then we got into some really like juicy stuff. Lots of information comes out with this whole FBI search for Ephraim, and he's across the street. They're asking his ex-wife or his wife, I guess. Yeah, they're asking his wife where he is, and he's just like,
As he's
the
creeping
street,
around the corner.
behind a Subaru.
Also, how bizarre, by the way, that he just coincidentally happens to be there creeping on his ex-wife and old family at his old house when the FBI show
Well, I mean,
up.
I think that he was obviously planning on going to warn them, which, by the way, I really liked that scene. You know, the two of them together immediately. My mom was like, ugh. But that scene when he goes in there and really starts like really trying to help them, and she ends up standing up to her
Genuine.
douchebag boyfriend who
Douchebag
just
boyfriend.
sucks. His
just
face,
no one likes Matt.
No, his
No.
face,
likes
he's got
that.
like a face that just bothers
He's got
me.
resting
It's the
bitch face.
angles. I
He
don't know what it
does.
is, but
He's
it
got
annoys
resting
me.
bitch face. He reminds me of like a girl. Like he's just a woman. Like right? He's just always
annoying.
pissy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
He's
he,
trying
like-
to mark his territory
Yeah.
real hard.
Yeah.
He won't listen.
Yeah.
Nobody will listen in this version of the show.
No, nobody listens.
No
When
one listens.
When
You're
your
right.
husband, who works with the CDC, runs home and says, maybe you should go to Vermont,
You
maybe
listen.
you should go.
Right.
to Vermont.
Right. And she's like, honey, you're going. She didn't say honey, obviously, but she's like, you're going to scare your son, and you're kind of scaring me. So can you please just calm down? And I just like,
That's the idea.
yeah, that's the
the
whole
idea.
thing. And it bugs the crap out of me too, because like even if I hate somebody, and like everything that they say, I'm like, oh, that is a pile of like that's a crock of shit. Like anybody, but if somebody came in just with telling me that the world was coming to an end, I would have a second thought.
Right.
More so than any of these people.
Right.
Even if this person was the biggest liar on the planet, I think that I would still at least give it a second
Oh, yeah.
thought.
Take a day trip to Vermont. See
Right.
what
Why
happens.
not?
Get
Because like,
get a radio.
what else? What better do you have to do? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And I also feel like I don't know about you guys, but I think I'm starting to like Kelly again. Kelly Goodweather. You know, the wife. Because at first I was
Oh.
like, you know, Kelly, just I don't care about you that much anymore. You know, she's
And
kind
now
of
she's like growing a pair of
into F,
balls.
but now she's like, okay,
Yeah.
you know, to Matt when the FBI first came over, she's like, okay, Matt, like I've got this.
I know.
You
Yeah,
know? And
I
then
know.
when Matt called the FBI
Yeah.
on F, she's like, what the hell?
She said
And
that
she
he
stood up
was
to him. I was like, yes.
Yeah, she really
finally.
did. She said that he was a guest in her house, which, by the way, if my freaking boyfriend ever told me, I don't have a boyfriend, but if my boyfriend ever told me, you're a guest in my house, that is like the rudest thing ever. And when she said that to him, it kind of, this far in the season, it's kind of seemed like she's been like kind of inferior to him because
Right.
he's just such a big giant douchebag. And it seems like she was always trying to protect his feelings with that whole Ephraim thing. But the fact that she did stand up to her, Annie, I think that's a great point. It's
Yeah.
like, I feel like maybe a bunch of us kind of liked her a little
Yeah.
bit more.
You
All
guys,
y'all ladies liked it because she stood up for herself.
Yeah, she
and
did.
some
Girl power.
good
Yeah.
lady writing.
Can we just do a prediction real fast?
Yes.
F and Kelly
Back together,
sitting
maybe?
in a tree. K-I-S.
Oh.
I mean, that would be crazy, I think. I mean, I think that would be cool. But
Get
obviously,
the family back together. You have a kid.
I mean, we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Smart
But there
kid,
was,
by the way.
yeah,
Smart
very
kid.
smart kid.
No, but
We'll
Dad,
get-
did you turn off your cell phone? I'm like, thank you,
I
Junior
know,
FBI.
and he also told his mom too that they should go to Vermont. Like he's a smart kid.
Yeah.
He
Smarter than his
knew.
mom.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Smarter than
listen
his
to the
mom.
small child.
Right. I was gonna say really quick though, even though that would be a cool twist on the story, and we'll get to this later, but obviously there is a reunion at the end of the show, so that we don't know what's gonna happen with those two too.
Right.
You know, there's
Yeah.
lots of relationships that might
ponder
cross
there.
now.
Yeah.
And another relationship that just crossed again. Dun dun dun
Yeah.
dun.
Right.
Icors and Gus.
I love Gus so
Just
much, you guys.
won't let Gus alone.
He
no
is
matter
my
what.
Hispanic dream, and
I know,
when
Sinead
he
loves
was,
him.
oh my gosh.
You want some thug love?
I want some thug love.
But
I
he's
like
like a
the crazy
nice thug.
ones, you know.
He's a nice
I
thug,
know.
He's
right?
nice.
He's a nice thug, unless he's just getting rid of
Yeah,
your
like he's just
body
doing- just
or
about
helping vampires overtake New York.
That's true.
He's so nice. Oh, he's nice.
It's so funny we make like excuses just because he's cute, but like 5 minutes later he's like dumping a body.
Right.
He
And
looked
that's it.
great this episode. He was boxing. His man
was
titties
hot.
looking
His man
very
titties.
high
That
and
was hot.
tight.
He had pecs, and I mean, I don't care how little your pecs are. His pecs weren't that big,
They
but
were
he
just
had them.
right.
So
They were just
right.
They were firm.
They were a lady's handful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was good.
I'm really, honestly, I'm really curious to kind of see where my thug lover is going to become like absolutely a necessity to the vampires because
Right.
Because it hasn't quite played out his
No.
whole relationship. It's just like, do a favor. Do
Yeah,
another
right,
little favor.
right.
But it's like, where are these favors
Well, now,
going?
now it's getting interesting because he thought that he was done, and
Right.
now the, you know,
Why
the
him?
mishap with Icorse.
Well, I mean,
they
it's
know
him.
they
Is he,
have
like,
him
the
wrapped
best
around their
thug?
yeah,
finger.
it's no,
That's
it's
his
him
mom.
because the vampires obviously like
'cause
looked
it's
for ways to use people.
Yeah,
They,
manipulate
you know,
them.
they latch on to people that they know that they can help. And in turn, those people then become like slaves, like life. They're in debt to them.
Oh, yeah.
From the beginning, remember we were saying that like these
Yeah.
people have debts to these vampires, and they truly are helping. Like it's
yeah.
kind of crazy, but I mean, they really did help Jim's wife, and they really did help Gus's mom.
Right.
You know, they think
I
that
love
they're
those
done.
vamps. They're so
Right?
helpful.
They're so
But then at the same
sweet.
time, it's kind of like you're selling your soul to the devil.
You are.
at the
That's
same time. So it's
exactly
like
what you're
can't-
doing.
Yeah, you can't ever get out of that.
The
Right. You
vamps
think you're
know
done, but
that
you're
the
not.
time is nigh.
Yeah.
These $800 they paid Gus isn't gonna mean anything when money's not gonna be worth anything.
Right.
Because everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's just say that Icorse is a damn good fighter.
He's
So
a
Yes.
bad
that was the first time
motherfucker.
you see that. Like, don't mess with Icorse.
Yeah.
I was happy because actually I didn't know because we had no idea did we have an idea how strong
No.
the vamps actually are until
No.
then I was like, oh,
Right.
I knew you were fast and mysterious and you look really ugly, but like I didn't know that you were such a good fighter.
Yeah.
Is Icorse? I wonder. Is Icorse immortal? Like, is he immortal?
Yeah,
I mean, he's been living for like 1,000
He's one
years.
of the older
I know, but,
vamps,
like-
but he's still a servant to the master.
Right,
But he's
like
an old vamp.
people like have people never tried to like kill him. I mean, like I know he's been alive for thousands of years, but like has anybody actually tried to
Oh, I get what you're
spear
saying.
him through the heart? Is
Right,
what I mean.
Right. Like even if
You know?
even if
I'd like to see
Abe
his
does
history,
his
yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
would he actually die? for
Yeah,
real?
because we know that Abe killed his partner.
Right.
Remember, like,
Yeah.
Icorse had said that, you know, I
Right.
like your sword, and Abraham had made some joke about how, not a joke, but I mean, he took that sword and killed his partner. So I wonder what the deal, like, we know that some of those vampires are immortal, but
Yeah.
Well,
it'll
it's
be
not
interesting
a
to see.
Spoiler to say.
I watch it.
Thank you for clarifying.
It's not a spoiler to say that as those vampires get older, they get stronger.
Yeah.
Because we've seen that already.
Yeah.
Some of them are real afraid
Right.
of the light, and others of them are kind of day walking.
There's
So,
like
and
hell
once
in
you
me.
get to the master,
Going for it.
ooh, bitch,
Yeah.
you in trouble. Molly, you in danger,
Right.
girl.
That's
Yeah.
that's another classic vampire thing though, because we've got like you can't see them in mirrors, so they do their spin on that. And that's
Right.
another thing that older vampires, I know this is how it is in Twilight,
like
guys.
the
Right?
elders in
Elders,
Twilight.
Yeah, the elders are the most
Dakota
powerful.
Fanning and the rest.
Dakota Fanning.
Right. I know.
Wrong show.
But
Sorry,
yeah, I
guys.
know you're right though, because and we saw that a lot this episode with these younger vampires, right? All up in the streets of New York, and then we got reintroduced to Vasily, who makes a very startling discovery back at the office.
Oh yeah.
with his, what do we call her?
Vasily.
What did you call her?
It was his sexy sex.
Sexy
Because
sex.
last episode, there was a very deliberate, like, oh, well, we know that Vasily flirts with the rat office secretary.
The rat man likes the
Yeah,
rat
he loves rat secretaries. Very
Yeah.
much like moonlighting there. But now we know why, because he had to walk in on her.
Yeah.
I love how easily.
That was not a pretty song from her.
What were you just gonna say?
No,
I think we were
I
about
like
to say the exact same thing.
Really? I was just saying, I love how he did not care at all. He had no moment of sympathy, like, oh, I
To
love
pull the
you.
blinds?
You're just like,
yeah, I was just gonna say, I love how easily he pulled those blinds. Because first of all, I thought she was gonna turn around and scare the crap out of all of us. I really, really did. But I mean, we knew that he had made that discovery already, like the sunlight kills these people, but he definitely just walked over to her. She did some like creepy like head thing, and he lifted the blinds, and that was that. And then we see him soon after at home, again, another like super nonchalant scene, like, how are you? Like, you gave up your degree, okay. Like let me take all of this abuse, and then, by the way,
very nonchalant,
he goes home to visit his parents, and it just like, wait, really quickly though, before we get this scene, I can't even like talk about it. I'm getting exhausted talking about this scene because I don't really feel like that scene really amounted to anything.
Oh, no, it was funny.
You know?
Like, you're right when you totally hit the nail on the head, because literally he goes home, he's like, yeah, the degree, how's life, vampires are roaming the streets, you're not going to worry about it. I just killed some vampire. Oh, mom's coming home.
Mom
I
hates
worked
you.
I did my
I hate
duty.
you.
Later.
Yeah, like
You're a
you really
failure.
like, get in the fucking car.
I know.
I rented a car.
I know.
Get your shit.
Yeah.
Get mom from the A&P, because that's where she's at. And like, to load him in the car and be like, get on the fucking road.
Yeah,
and why are you gonna stick around New York too? To kill a lot of vamps? All these people need to get the hell out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I understand almost. Like, if I was his dad, you know, his dad made some comment about how like his rat job was like flooding his mind and like making him crazy. But that's because he walked in like he was, you know, coming over to talk about the weather. Like,
I know.
Not about the fact that there is literally, the world is coming to an end. And I love that the taxi driver with Abraham in the car.
Oh my God, that was I literally, if I would have let it happen, I could have made my eyes well up.
I know.
Something
so
about
sad. We were all about to
Abraham,
cry.
Yeah,
It's a
something
good
about
scene.
Abe, that actor, when he does his sad thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I feel like he's shaky and old, but like I get so sad.
When he
and I'm
asked the cab driver like if he wanted to help him, but that's what I was gonna say, because the cab driver had made a comment like, bravo writers, but about like people acting like it was Judgment Day. And I thought that that was like really creative in a way, because literally, you know, it really was ironic, because a lot of people ended up dying because of this eclipse, because it was the first time that these vampires were able to run free and really take advantage of it, you know?
Take it to the streets,
Take
like
it,
you
take
said.
it to the streets, vamps.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like that's the title of a Step Up movie.
It is.
Is it?
It is.
my God.
You're
would know.
a
She's a
dancer, so I
dancer,
thought I would
so I know.
ask you.
The Strange, step up.
The
Step up with
step
your...
up, step up.
The choreography that they do
Strain
is
it
step
on the
up the
streets.
strain with the singers
Step up
is
the strain.
amazing. It's like,
Oh my
and
God,
they
I
do the slow
know.
motion, like,
And he's like, yo.
All the dance next week.
Yo.
oh my God, your strain dance move is great.
You're straight dances. That's hilarious. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, yeah, that eclipse really did bring out all of those vampires.
But I did love seeing for the first time a vampire like fully affected by the sunlight. When Vasily did open, he was just like, okay,
my
I
God,
can't
I
see
know.
the vamp.
Yeah, but
There's
they
something
didn't-
here. Open the blinds and then.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they didn't
Like
really
done.
show
Fried.
it.
Yes, they
Yeah,
did.
they
He like
got
fried
a full
full
KFC
on.
on that.
Yeah, that was the only time in the whole episode. Like, why this whole eclipse we've been waiting for, and then the sun comes out, and then the next thing you see is Ephraim outside of Abraham's pawn shop. Why didn't they show how, this is what I said when we were watching, how epic would it have been with all of the Moore guy in the street who had just killed the 2 CDC workers, like he had his whole moment, all of that. How epic would it have been if they took one moment to just let the sun come out and let all of those freaking vampires just melt in the streets?
They don't want us to have that yet. They don't
They
want
don't
us to
want
have
it.
that
They're
gratification
saving it.
yet. They don't want us
Well,
to
we
have
have to talk
that.
about the greatest moment of the show, which was when, because we've been yelling at the TV all episode to the stupid FBI people who were
my
like,
God.
oh, really? Vampires in the
Yeah.
streets. We'll see about that.
Yeah.
We can tell the truth.
We've
They're
only
giving them
seen-
such a hard time.
Right.
And finally,
They
they
die.
get into the streets and they get
Strain!
Right, I like how they were still in the car and F was like, wait, no, that's the medical examiner. They're like, no, we don't need to take care of that.
No, that guy has blood dripping from his mouth. He's
like,
trying to attack me. He's like,
It's
not
just
a
a
problem.
crazy homeless guy, you know. Meanwhile, the guy looks like he's on like bath salts or something.
Right,
like,
blood
if you work
dripping
for the FBI,
Yeah.
if you saw any homeless guy with blood dripping down their face, you're gonna like react.
He's like, guys, we're not on the clock yet. Not our problem.
Good. The FBI guys both died. F finally gets his shit together,
And he
gets
says,
out of the car, and goes down there and is like, give me the keys.
Yeah.
Told ya.
Told ya.
Sorry, bro.
Told ya.
Drop the mic. See you later,
Yeah.
sucker.
Yeah. And that was like, it's starting to get to a point now where I really think that they're literally making fun of the authority.
FBI.
They're making fun of
agree.
the authority. They're making fun of the FBI, the police, because it's like literally at this point, if you're gonna react that stupidly to like seeing something that real, and then you go and get killed, like, are we supposed to literally just, maybe we are supposed to think that, like, wow, you're freaking stupid, that's why you died.
Right. Yes,
you know,
anti-authoritarian.
Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro.
Right.
Damn, that was like really good.
I mean, I'm really skilled.
Finally,
super smart.
what's about to become a vamp killing dream team
Gets
come
together.
Oh my God.
By the end of the episode,
yeah.
you know, like Ephraim, you're right. He said, "Told ya," and then next thing we know,
Dream team.
He's standing outside the pawn shop, and that's what we were talking about earlier. The dream team is back together. He hugs Nora, and Nora's crazy mom's just like, "What's going on?"
I know.
Why are we here with this old man?
Still like her though.
When are we going home
What's this
again?
heart? What's this
Are
heart?
we gonna knock her off? When does she get knocked off in this show, man?
Let me tell you,
Or
that
don't spoil
mom
it.
becomes annoying.
Okay.
It's not a
Don't-
spoiler that the mom becomes annoying.
Even more annoying than she already is.
Or wait,
Wait
does she become more
wait.
annoying than Matt though? Can we talk about Matt really quick?
I know.
During
Oh
the
my
eclipse,
God.
Yeah, of
Matt,
course. I mean,
in the office, he's like, maybe I'll just buy her
Oops.
flowers.
Yeah.
I'm just too excited.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so excited that Matt finally got what was coming for
The
him. But
strain's taking over.
yeah, it's
Rip
already.
cut her head off.
It's got my eye. I don't know what else is going on, but yeah, before the dream team gets assembled, Matt does finally see what's going on. I mean, Matt sucks. He's one of those people
no
that
one
just
likes Matt.
suck, you know, we're just like,
He's
bye,
like
I hate you. And I love how he's like, man, I got into a fight with my girlfriend. I think I'm gonna buy some flowers. And then the guy comes in. But I think that they're doing a good job, at least, of showing us that all of these characters, every single character
something's about
now
to happen.
knows what's going on.
Yep.
We're seeing a little
Finally.
glimpse of it.
Yeah.
Finally, exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
and Felix and
You're
Gus
right.
too.
You're
I know.
right, girl.
I
Felix
know.
is about to. He got a worm, right?
He got a
Felix?
worm.
Oh my God,
yeah,
he
fat-
caught a worm. Like
Felix
catching
got
a
a worm.
worm.
You have
guys.
to refer to him in the way that everyone knows him.
Oh, sorry.
Fat
friend.
Fat
got
friend.
a worm.
Fat friend.
Fat friend.
I really
Felix,
like him.
guys.
I
His
really
name's
like him a
Felix.
lot.
Yeah, and he's a fat
like him.
friend.
Yeah.
Felix and Gus, and I feel bad. And then Gus is on the floor, and the cops are there. He's like,
He's like,
now
oh,
you
now you
guys
show
are here.
up.
Yeah, now you
know.
guys show up.
Oh,
That was
I
funny
love
though.
it.
He like
funny.
laughed. He's like,
Yeah,
like meanwhile
so
your
cute.
friend is getting wormed, getting strained, and he's like, haha, you're finally here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, Gus.
I mean, lots happened. We got to see a lot of characters, which is the greatest part, I think, about this episode, is that we really got to tie in everybody together. And like I said, everyone's kind of starting to get on board with
Finally.
the vampire takeover. At this point of the show, we're going to turn it over to you guys. You guys can keep tweeting your questions to all of us using the hashtag #TheStrainAS for the Strain After Show. We're answering questions all night, all week, you guys. You guys have really good things to say, so keep sending them over. Let's get on there right now. This first one comes from, at Hospitalized. Hospitalized asks, do you think that F and Nora will be a thing by the end of season 1? Yeah, well, I mean, we're obviously all thinking very similarly. Steph, you want to start?
Okay, I'm trying to decide right now if I am Team F and Nora or Team F and Kelly, and I feel like I'm Team F and Nora because I like watching Nora more than Kelly.
You know what? I really liked Nora at the beginning. When the pilot episode, I liked her. She struck me as kind of this badass CDC chick.
She's hot.
As soon as she ran away in the kitchen with Abraham and F, that's when I realized that she was annoying, because she was another one of those characters that is not taking this shit seriously. Like, there are vampires taking over the world. Now, I mean, hopefully she'll get that, you know, that oomph back in her. I do think it would be super clever if they made Kelly and F a thing again. Do you guys see that happening? Johnny, do you know if that happens?
I'm not going to say a word.
I mean,
except that I think Nora should have quit her job at the CDC and taken a less but more easier job. So she could have taken her mom and not shoved her into some low rent place where she eventually becomes really annoying.
Mom needs to get strained. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Mom needs to get strained. She's interfering with my storyline. Just like hit the road.
I'm Team Kelly personally right now. After this episode, I'm Team Kelly because I like what I'm seeing right now.
I liked. I mean,
Zach, little Zach, Kelly, and F, the three of them, a little mini dream trio.
Whatever. If I'm being honest, all the family bullshit annoys the crap out of me anyways, so I don't really care about love in this show. I just want to see people get strained.
You'll care about
I like that too.
You'll care because there's a lot of straining coming up.
All right. Okay, well, at least we can look forward to that. Maybe I'll make you tell me later, John.
I will happily tell you.
Thank you. This next question comes from @SJ Calways. He asks, he or she, I'm sorry. I noticed that there are 3 eclipses on the picture, and for the show, do you guys think there will be more than one?
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Hope so.
But don't those come around like once in every like thousands of years?
I think that one did.
Oh.
That's why they were putting so much emphasis.
I do too.
They're putting so much emphasis on that one. You're so quiet, Johnny, because I feel like you just know.
I honestly don't remember and was like, what? I knew there was something big about this eclipse. It's obviously been the graphic for the show.
Yeah. Right.
But then it happened, and then it was kind of like, well, it's over, guys.
I know.
Right? Yeah. Well, maybe
like see the aftermath.
Yeah. Maybe whenever there's an eclipse, that's like the moment in the show or in the story that, like you said, shit hits the fan.
Right.
So that was a big eclipse, and maybe they used that because this was the first time the vampires could really go crazy.
But that's the other thing that I said when we were watching is like, there's also nighttime. Hello,
Yeah.
every single
why aren't you
night.
coming
It's
out
dark.
night?
Yeah, I
They
know.
are. They are.
But like that though,
Okay.
why don't they just come out
Maybe just
at night like that?
because that was during the day,
they're
so
waiting
they could
for, like,
use that.
Yeah.
But how much do you guys want to bet that there's going to be a flashback to Abraham in the Holocaust, in the concentration
Oh my
camp,
God, remember back in the Holocaust, you guys?
Stop! You can't make me. I don't
You're the
even.
one who said, remember back in the Holocaust.
Maybe he'll be like back chilling at the Holocaust, like it's like a club.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
man, you just went all the way dark.
Oh my God.
You're about.
I'm sorry. What I meant was like, how much do you want to bet that there'll be a flashback to Abraham at that concentration camp, and there's going to be an eclipse? Like, you know?
Oh,
Good prediction.
They said 125
Okay.
years. You know, I mean, obviously that was like that's like a
That
lot.
wasn't 125
No.
years ago.
I know, but like that big one was 125 years ago.
Maybe a smaller
But if there's
scale.
3,
Okay.
maybe if it comes in like, sections of 3.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
before you tell the Twitterverse that I'm an idiot.
I like that.
I did drop out of college, but
Too
whatever.
late. Let's go.
Two college
Too late.
dropout right over
I
here,
can't save myself from that one. All right. This question comes from @Bryce War, W-A-W-R, War. On a
War.
scale of 1 to 10, how badly did you want to punch the boyfriend?
11.
Yeah, all 100.
Yes.
All of us.
I can't.
Yeah.
His face, I just want to smack
He's
it.
annoying. You guys really hated his face.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hate his
Those-
face.
His face is really hateable.
You guys, there's some good female
it's
psychology
resting
going
bitch.
on.
It's
Like, look
resting
at his
bitch face.
face.
It's
He's got
resting
them
bitch face.
glasses.
I kid you not. Resting bitch face is something I notice immediately.
What does that mean?
It is like when you go out to the club, right, and
Okay.
somebody looks at you, right, and you like maybe like meets with somebody's eye, right? It's your face. It's your face when you're not thinking of anything.
Okay.
You don't know somebody. You're just walking. There are some people that walk like this, like.
Pleasant,
Pleasant neutral, right?
Okay, pleasant neutral.
Pleasant neutral. Then there's like this face that people make that's literally like a resting bitch face. You look like you're angry all the time. They're like,
Snooty.
yeah, snooty, stuck up.
Stuck
and
up.
he has that look no matter what. It's
Agreed.
like
Yeah, like I stole your wife and I work at Sears.
Yeah.
I don't know, I couldn't hit it. I couldn't
You
hit
can't
the
do it. You
face.
definitely
I
don't
just
have
felt
resting
bad for
bitch
you
face.
because you said you work at Sears and you went like this.
I tried to hit it.
Anyways, but yeah, we all hate him. So there you
Yeah,
go, Bryce.
fuck that
We
guy.
hate him. Screw him. All right, the last question of the night comes from @Forever Johnny Boy.
It's our
Aw,
boy.
So much love in my heart. After everything we've seen in the first 6 episodes, do you think you'd survive in the strain world?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I picked the weapon of choice, which is the freaking sword, man. I am surviving. I'm a survivor.
I'm a...
Lock that up.
Sorry.
Break out the dance. Do it, you guys. Annie can dance like a mother
strained,
effer.
you guys. Annie's like, get strained.
strained.
No, you know what? I'm going to be real honest with you right now, you guys. I got a lot of tweets. You guys are like, you know, I'm a girly girl. Obviously, y'all know that. I can't add 125 years to anything. I'm just a little, like, not up on the common sense. So I feel like I would definitely die. Like,
Okay,
I'm gonna
at
be
least you're honest. It's just like, take one for the team. That's nice of you.
Yeah, you guys can clearly
I'll
tell.
sacrifice myself.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm quick on my feet. I did do karate for like 6 years, you
Yeah.
know. Super athletic, but at the same time,
You'd be dead.
I'd be dead.
Yeah.
It's all right.
What about you, Johnny?
Yeah, what about you?
Oh, I'd be dead with her. I would be like, what do you mean the news? I haven't been watching the news at
Johnny's
all.
like running down the street like, it's okay, you guys, I read the books.
I would have been like, why is my gym closed? What do you mean you don't want me to come into work? What is this crazy?
That would be me.
Why? Now, I've watched Golden Girls for the last 24 hours. What do you mean a vampire virus? I don't have health insurance.
Me too. Honestly, like, no, this isn't real life, okay?
What about?
This isn't real.
I think I would survive until at least makes it over to the West Coast.
Yeah.
You know, I'd prepare myself because I watch the news in the mornings. I watch that Good Morning America at least.
Yeah.
We'd all hold
Yeah,
up at the stream up here.
You know? Yeah, we'd hold up here.
We'd hold
and
up at the stream.
we'd get our swords, and then when they actually come, I'd freak out and I'd hide, and then I'd die.
Yeah.
So the moral of the story is Sinead would sacrifice herself. Annie would give us all the heads up. She goes, y'all, I watched the news.
Yeah.
Johnny would be like, everyone keep calm because I'm going to make some jokes. It's going to be fine. Everything.
Sure.
I read the
Golden
books.
Girls.
I read the books, you guys. I know what's going to happen.
And meanwhile, I will protect you.
Yeah!
I will protect you.
Stephanie.
Our lady action
us.
hero
Thank you.
does it again.
Honestly, like, I would love to see the two of us go up against some vampires. I'm not kidding, because I feel like we would be hilarious
I know, it'd
if
be
we went up
great.
against some vampires, because I mean, this isn't real, you guys. People don't survive
It's
this
not.
in the real world. It's not real. But great question, you know, 6 episodes. I think we can also now say that after 6 episodes, so much has happened, and this has all happened over a few days. So like, where else is this going to go? The funny thing is that like, we're like normal people. These people are normal people in this show, and somehow they're all managing to survive. So maybe we're not giving ourselves enough credit.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
You know, but Forever Johnny Boy, I know you're in New York, so maybe that's why you asked that question.
He'd be
because
dead because
interesting.
that's all right up. I used to live in New York. You try to take the subway,
Goner.
vampires coming at you.
Yeah,
You'd be
I don't
dead,
know.
Johnny. Sorry, baby.
Sorry, baby.
Sorry, baby.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for your questions. The hashtag to keep tweeting us is TheStrainAS or The Strain After Show. We're back next Sunday to talk about the next. Or wait, next Sunday is not Labor Day weekend, is it?
No.
2
No.
weeks.
No,
Okay.
2 weeks. You guys, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. My eye has been strained.
You guys, she's strained. It's okay.
But yeah, so next week, and then I believe The Strain is taking a break for Labor Day weekend. So hopefully they'll give us a really good episode next week now that everybody's on board with this whole vampire thing. Everybody's seen it, you know?
Let's get soaking wet, bloody. Let's go.
Yes, and let's honestly see what Abraham's new plan is, too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Dream
Guys.
Team.
Whatever
Dream
it is,
team.
we know that Stephanie's going to cry about it.
Just take your heart pills. Just take your heart pills.
Oh,
Your
the
heart
heart
pills.
pills. The heart pills.
Take
Don't drop your heart pills.
Don't drop them again.
Call the doctor, get a new prescription. What is
Don't
taking
drop
so
the heart
long?
pills.
Honestly.
I mean, I don't know. That scene was crazy and really sad, so I feel for you, but I'm just really excited to see the 3 of them back together, and I
Exactly.
feel like everyone can really start speculating about what exactly is to come with that dream team.
Yep.
So let's just look forward to next week, you guys. We're gonna get it. We're gonna see it. And yeah, keep tweeting us the hashtag TheStrainAS. We're online tonight and for the rest of the week.
In honor of Sinead's eye,
Thank you. I
should
appreciate it.
we?
1, 2, 3.
3.
Get strained!